Bitcoin is such an important development, and Saylor and you both did a great job with your book in talking about that. I mean, for thousands and thousands of years, every form of money has been dilutable, which is to say that it can be printed, or even more of it can be found. And before Bitcoin came along, the one form of money that was mildly dilutable was gold. The supply of gold grows every year as we mine more. So, in 50 years, the amount of gold on the planet will double. But having said that, most systems, and we're not even on a gold standard today. We're on fiat standards, and fiat is just continually being diluted. And the fact that there's a 21 million unit hard cap on Bitcoin, we now have a form of money with zero dilution. That's a completely different world than the world that we lived in pre-Bitcoin. I mean, it's like I try and compare it to, ancients. If ancients saw an airplane flying today, they'd say, how is that possible? What is that? It's just a technological innovation that did not exist. There was no way. We've never had a perfectly inelastic commodity, which is to say something where if the price goes up, the supply doesn't change. I can guarantee you if the price of gold goes much, much higher, we're going to mine a lot more gold. But if the price of Bitcoin goes to $1 million, there's still the same amount of Bitcoin. And therefore, that's what led Michael to make his statement, which I just love, which is $1 million a coin. I see it anywhere between 5 million and 25 million a coin. I mean,
Five
my
years from
view,
now.
yeah, million per coin.
Oh, wow.
My view is that what will happen is ultimately I think my kids and certainly my grandkids, your kids and grandkids will price things in Satoshis. As for your listeners, the Satoshi is the smallest unit within a Bitcoin. Each one Bitcoin is worth 100 million Satoshis. So, and Satoshi isn't even worth a penny right now, but it's, that will change. And, I think these other currencies are going to fail. I think it's inevitable. I mean, Safe says it best. It's, when gunpowder came along, fighting with sticks and knives and swords didn't make sense anymore. And it's just a better form of money. I think it's going to replace, and by 2030, it's definitely going to replace all the others. Now, between here and there are going to be volatile periods up and down. It's got all the things related to it. And again, in your book, you did a great job of comparing it to Amazon, which I did in my book as well. I mean, adopting these new things is volatile by definition.
So let's say the end of this year, Bitcoin.
Yeah. If I had to guess, just looking at the charts and doing kind of my financial analyst thing, I think I've alluded to it as being like a fire in a theater. Some people smell the smoke, and that's us, and we got out and we bought Bitcoin. Everyone else isn't aware there's smoke yet. But eventually, a lot of people become aware quickly. And you're actually seeing the beginnings of this in the acceleration in the price of gold. I mean, I'm a gold guy too. I'm a Bitcoiner through and through. Bitcoin's better than gold, but I still believe in gold. It's analog sound money. And what gold is telling us right now is, this fire, the smoke is getting more intense, right? I mean, gold is up 60% in the past year. It very rarely has done that, very rarely. And so to me, that's the beginning of kind of an alarm. And so to answer your question of does it just gradually burn forever? No, I think we kind of independence and the Constitution are probably the greatest political documents that ever have been written by anybody. And I think the only thing that's wrong with this country is that we've strayed from the principles that are in those documents. And I would suggest that the biggest, straying is, I mean, it was the system was meant to be set up to be fair for everybody. I think all Americans, nobody in America well, that's not true. Most Americans do not want handouts. Most Americans, all they want is a fair deal and a fair shake. I mean, we are a smart and aggressive, hardworking people in general, but we recognize unfairness when it exists. And sadly, the people in power and a lot of other folks have figured out ways to, make the system unfair. And we've got to return and the monetary. I remember what this country used to be in the 60s and 70s and 80s. It was a much better country. And
Right.
I've watched people suffer as we, financialized and offshored all our industry. And it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. I mean, all the fentanyl and all the opioid crisis, et cetera. I mean, so many things have gone wrong. And, you and I, we've been, fairly financially comfortable because we've done well, but boy, half this country hasn't had that experience, and half this country has really gotten punched in the face for 20 years, and it's just wrong. I mean, and it's because the system is broken. It's because we're violating the principles in those founding documents, And the way to fix it, this is the part that's the reason I wrote the book. Most people don't understand that it's the monetary system that's doing it. You see these people. I mean, last year, I was watching a red-blue debate, and they were yelling at each other about all kinds of stuff that didn't matter. And I said to myself, these guys are arguing about the color of the drapes and the friggin' house is burning down because of the money system. So it was just like,
Crazy.
we got to fix the money, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. I say the word inflation. You say what?
Um, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And even Alan Greenspan admitted that gold is money par excellence. JP Morgan said the same thing. Gold is money, everything else is credit. Gold got us to the point where Bitcoin could be invented. Bitcoin is going to carry us over the finish line to return us to sound money, in my view.
Okay. What about the word Bitcoin?
Bitcoin will go down in history as one of the greatest technological inventions of mankind, in my opinion, similar to the invention of the internet. The distributed nature of the internet and the distributed nature of Bitcoin are changing the world, and they're taking. I mean, in my opinion, I'm spiritual. I know you're Catholic. I am too. They're almost God-given. I mean, we had this corrupt, sclerotic, huge system that could do stupid shit like Iraq because Dick Cheney wanted to get rich off his Halliburton stock, right? We had that kind of stuff, and decentralizing all of that power and all of those systems is going to save mankind from itself and is going to help the average citizen, and that's most important in my view.
Money.
Money is the most liquid good, according to Carl. The founding fathers knew this. It's in the Constitution. Gold and silver shall be money. They understood it clearly. My book lays it out. There are all kinds of examples. It's in the Bible that sound money is important. And yet, modernity and all our brilliance, we thought, well, Nixon just said, well, let's get rid of this gold standard. We don't need it. It's archaic. And the Keynesians convinced them to do that because it enhanced their power. And it was a mistake. It was a huge mistake. So,
well, you've been incredible with your time here, and it's a phenomenal book in terms of understanding the monetary system and how to solve some of the global challenges that we're all facing today. The title of the book is the Big Print: What Happened to America and How Sound Money Will Fix It. And I'm very grateful to you. And also, it's a very colorful forward by Max Kaiser.
Yeah.
I do like your.
I'm very grateful to you, Anthony, just because my mission is to orange pill the world and to try and help people and to spread the word. And, I know the platform you have, the followers you have, the admirers you have, the contacts you have in the media and the press. And so I'll tell you how you can do me a solid.
Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Support the channel by liking this video, subscribing, and enabling post notifications for more content on crypto and digital assets. Check out our other videos and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps with the YouTube algorithm and keeps the content coming. Thanks for your support. Enjoy the video.